Hello, my name is Ted Malin and I'm a proud member of the HEA. I'm also proud to be a Hackensack Comet because I went to school here. I started out at Fairmount School. After Fairmount, I came here to the middle school where I'm currently a teacher, and I actually teach computers now in the same classroom that I took computer class in when I was a child. After that, I went to Hackensack High School. During high school, I played 4 years of football, and I was also captain of the wrestling team. After high school, I went to West Point Prep School, which is West Point's own preparatory school. What that is the service academies do not have the ability to give a redshirt year, which people who are football fans know it's an extra year of college for football players. Since they don't do that, they have their own prep schools, so I attended that for 1 year. While I was in the prep school, I was actually considered in the Army. So although I didn't do anything interesting or important in the Army other than a little bit of training, I am considered a veteran and I do have an honorable discharge. But I decided not to go on to West Point. Instead, I attended Bucknell University. At Bucknell, I was a business major, and I've also played football for 4 years there. And towards the end of my college career, I decided that I was going to head towards a career in law enforcement. So I decided to try to get into the FBI or some other federal agency, that it would be a good idea to go to law school. So I attended Rutgers Law School in Camden. I completed law school and I took and passed the bar exam. So I am an attorney, although I've never practiced full-time. My only intention of going to law school was to have a career in law enforcement. At the time, there were hiring freezes, so I was applying for various law enforcement jobs, and I needed a day-to-day job. So someone recommended that I become a substitute teacher, so I came back to my hometown, Hackensack, and I became a substitute teacher. During that experience, and as Dave Petrella said to me, many of you probably know Dave Petrella well, he said, you're going to catch the teaching bug, and he's exactly right. I caught the teaching bug, and by the end of almost a year of substitute teaching, I applied and was accepted as a teacher. My first year I taught at Nellie K. Parker School, and then I've moved to the middle school, and here in the middle school now as the computer teacher. I'm also part of the TV studio program. I have the honor of being part of that each morning here in the middle school. And that pretty much summarizes my education and how I got to where I am. My children are also Hackensack Comets. My daughter and son are both in Hackensack High School. Another program that I'm involved in that is a big part of my life is our 6th grade camp program. My connection to this program is that I went when I was in 6th grade here in the middle school. My kids have gone to 6th grade camp, and I've had the honor of being the director of that program for a few years. I've been back as a teacher for probably more than 12 times. Our current director, Mr. Allen, is doing a fantastic job of running that program, and we've just returned from our 50th year in that program. So we're hoping that this program goes on for another 50 years and maybe even more. So I wanted to give you a little tour of my classroom because I'm very proud of the environment that I've created. I try to make it exciting visually for students so that the moment they come into my room, they know something fun and important is happening, and that's how I feel about technology. So the moment they walk in my room, I have these LED lights that just kind of keep flashing. One of my favorite sayings by Arthur C. Clarke, which I feel is very true: any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. This is my graph. The students are basically sick of me referring to how fast technology is changing, but I try to, the first day they enter my class, and we talk about exponential growth and how rapid it is and how interesting things are going to become as it continues to trajectory upward. One thing that I really love about teaching technology is the fact that it's constantly changing and it's constantly evolving. Just like that graph that I always show the kids, how rapidly things are progressing. So this year I got to add into my lessons the use of a 3D printer, and it's been a learning process. There's a lot to it, but we've had quite a bit of success. The kids really like doing things that involve their own names, so I had them create a nameplate that fits on the top of their monitor, so when they come into my class, they put their nameplate that they created and that I 3D printed for them onto their monitors. So this is what we have today. Who knows, in a few years, something even more interesting. And this is a new project we did this year where we're using Post-it notes to do art. I actually got the idea from my son because he did a project with his teacher, Mr. Brophy. High school is teaching my son, and they did a project like this, so I kind of took their idea and ran with it. One of the projects we do in my class is we write a letter to the president so that the students learn how to do a business letter, and we actually got a response this year for the first time. I've been doing this project for many years. It's the first time we actually got a response. So they send you a nice package. Pretty interesting. I also do a resume project, trying to teach the kids career skills. And that's pretty much my classroom. So one of the things I do outside of school is I'm involved in a rock and roll band. So this is not something that I've done my whole life. I've always had an interest in music, and I took a couple of years of piano lessons, but I never really pursued music because athletics became more important in my life. But later on in life, I did kind of get into music a bit, and a retired teacher, a good friend of mine still to this day, is Mike Katina, and he kind of pushed me to play a little bit more, and met a friend of his and ended up in a rock and roll band. We're called the Phoenix Band, and for me, doing that was a huge fear that I had to overcome. The fear of being able to perform in front of people was something I never thought I would be able to do, but I found that over time I got over the fear, and in fact I quite enjoy playing at this point. Check us out. We are called Phoenix Band, and our website is phoenixband.org, and we play several times a month around the Bergen County area. Another thing I do outside of school is with Reno Tolentino, who many of you may know is our network engineer here at school. He and I run a photo booth business. So if people are having a wedding or some other event, we provide them with a photo booth experience to enhance their party. So be sure to check us out. We're called Blue Star Photo Booth, bluestarphotobooth.com, and check out our Facebook and like our page. So I'm Ted Malin, and thank you for tuning in to the HEA Spotlight.